court and everything, yo.
Seriously, kick him out. Just kick the case. People versus DeMarcus Washington.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Washington. Ms. Washington, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please?
My name is DeMarcus Washington, DeMarcus DeQuan Washington.
Your Honor, there are two files in front of you. One, he owes about $500 on, or $525, I think, 507. He paid a $500 bond. On the other one, I think that one he might owe $325, and he paid a $300 bond. He just got out of prison in the last couple months. He's just getting back to working. I'd ask that you just apply the.
Did he pay the bond? I had the bonds being set, but I don't have that he paid them.
I'm not sure. JAS just reflected that he paid bonds on both cases.
You see bonds on either. I see the bond set, but I don't see payment. I see the bond set on each case, but I don't see that he's paid it.
Well, if I misread JAS, I apologize. I'd ask then to adjourn the show cause so he's been in prison for 5 years, so he's kind of just getting back on his feet and back to work.
Are you working currently, sir?
Yes, I work at Deluxe Tents and Events in Belleville. And Judge Simpson, I just wanted to ask you, as you know what I'm saying, somebody who just did 5 years in prison. And you know, these cases are misdemeanors. And I did just get sent to prison from Washington County. I was wanted to know if you could run anything concurrent with the time I've just done, because I just came home May 30, 29th.
Sir, I don't have any proof that you did any time in prison. I don't have any of that in front of me.
Okay. Well, I'm saying
So I'm going to adjourn this to July 10th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Council, get together something for me to take a look at regarding that.
That's fair.
As well. Well, thank you. As well as in case if I decide that he needs to at least pay one of these, how he would do that.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
So July 10th.
July 10th.
Okay.
And next, make sure that you understand how to work Zoom so you're not interrupting my court.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Then, y'all, they said I interrupted the court and everything, y'all.
Seriously, kick him out. Just kick. Yeah, they recorded everything, y'all. Yo. Really? Harbor One West versus Mercedes Houston.
Again, for the record, Your Honor, Cheryl Walkoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello, Miss Houston. How are you doing?
I'm doing. I'm still in the facility right now with my son.
Okay. But I know that you're probably still there, but how are you doing?
I'm struggling, but I'm trying stop being such an emotional wreck always in front of my son. I'm trying to work steps and work on me. So every day is getting better.
What'd you say?
Every day is getting a little bit better and a little bit easier for me.
Okay. And that's all that any of us can hope for, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Lucko, if you weren't here last week, Miss Houston had put herself into a rehab facility. She's there. I adjourned it out a week because that was going to hit, I think, your 14-day mark or something along those lines, or for detox period. And she was trying to work through it. The biggest issue for her, and correct me if I'm wrong at any point, Miss Houston, it's not going to be a circumstance where she's going to be able to go back there, right?
Yeah.
She is just looking for a way to have her son's items particularly, but her property moved out of the premises. But she's not out of she's not in a position to do it at this point. Did I miss anything, Miss Houston?
No, sir. You got that pretty down back.
Okay. So, Ms. Houston, how do you think that you can get the property moved out? Do you have people that can help you, or?
I do, but I'm an hour and a half away. I'm all the way in Richmond, Michigan. So the keys to my apartment are with me.
Gotcha.
And I don't believe they have a key to my apartment. They'd have to probably force entry. But I do believe that I will be I may have a day or two within the next week that I'm going to be leaving from here and going to the transitional housing. Then I may be able to at least get my son's belongings out.
That's right. So that's right, because you're going into transitional housing. So
yeah, in Monroe.
What day? Is it Monday?
No, I said in Monroe, but I won't know. I'm on the wait list, so every Monday I call and check in with them. And on Monday when I checked in, they said that my bed would more than likely be available after I put in my extension for this week. My birthday's on Sunday, so I'll be here. And that's my technical completion date. But in order for my bed, I have to wait for that bed to open up. So I have to put in an extension to be here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to state for the record, I am sympathetic to Ms. Houston. I'm sorry for what she's going through. All very difficult things. As an advocate for my client, I'm concerned about an increasing balance in July around the block here. So,
what we were hoping to do was not to get to July, but
okay.
Where she was last week, the point at which she was at last week, so I can just explain this. I adjourned it out the week because she was going to be at a different point in her rehab. And what we were hoping is that then she would go into that the housing would be available after that, and then she could get the keys back, retrieve the property. I'm not even sure at this point how to get the keys back until she gets out.
Well, if she does have someone, Your Honor, that can move her out, I believe that if there's something in writing submitted to the landlord, we can work something out where a key can be provided to a third party in order to facilitate that. I think that we have to get
I got you. Do you think you could make that happen, Miss Houston?
Could I have at least until the 28th to try and make phone calls and make some arrangements for that? We don't have phones here, and we only get to use the phone 2 times a week. So I only can make phone calls on Tuesdays and Sundays. So I have to get a hold of people, and my aunt is more than likely the only one, and she's raising my nephew right now and works 2 jobs.
Got it. Okay, so let me do this.
I'm trying to see maybe on Monday when the bed will be available, so I'll have the day or two in between to maybe when I leave from the facility to get there.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give you your judgment at this time. I will grant you a judgment on the 28th if we can't resolve it. So, Ms. Houston, if you can get a written communication to them and work that all out and get that to the landlord so that there's permission, that's one way of handling it. The other way that it might be able to be handled is that if you get out and you start moving toward transitional housing, you'll be able to get that arrangement yourself to get the property out. That's
what I'm trying to do.
Fair enough?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll adjourn this to June 28, 2024 at 12 p.m. And then hopefully what'll happen is we'll be able to sort of move forth from there. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right. Not a problem. Day at a time. Hour at a time?
Minute at a time.
Sometimes it's a second at a time, right?
One step at a time as well. I'm trying-
Okay. And the most important thing, Miss Houston? Happy birthday, because you get to celebrate another one, right?
Yes, sir. Yep, with my boopy,
All
with
right.
my baby. So,
There you go. All right. Take care.
thank you. You take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Your name?
Emerson Wilson.
Okay. Where are we on this case? This is a termination, and you were going to get an attorney, and what happened?
So because of the time changes, she said she wasn't able to make.
Who is that? Tish Lee? She said she's going to represent you?
She was already representing me from the last time we went to court and I got a attorney. So I've been going through her since last court date. And since last time we was in court.
Did we get anything from Miss Lee? And she told you she was going to represent you, or?
She just told me that she is not able to come to court.
Today without regards to this.
Not in regard to her case. Well, we got to figure that out. Can you, indicating that she's going to represent you?
Yeah, I was trying to get in touch with her all the way since last Friday, and they finally got back with me yesterday. And I went up there, gave them the court papers and all of that stuff yesterday.
You just send them a message on, because you can call over 665-6181. Yeah, just make a phone call and see. Are you representing Christina Billups? Or we're waiting on that? You guys stay right there. Spice Tree versus Yvonne Butler.
This attorney, not signed up.
All right. Ms. Butler,
Yes,
can you state your name for me, please?
Yvonne Butler. Yvonne Butler.
Okay, I granted your motion to set aside the judgment in this case because the plaintiff failed to appear. I then set a hearing for today. Plaintiff is again not here. Do you have a motion for me?
I have my balance. I'm not able to pay online because
Ma'am?
yes. Hello.
Are you moving that I dismiss the case?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, Judge. I'm at work and I work individuals, so they're like at the van. So I'm just kind of like trying to keep them, you know. But thank you.
But
Thank you.
are you moving? You're moving to dismiss the case, right?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Case dismissed.
Thank you.
Have a good
bye.
day.
Okay. Bye.
Little push.
Yeah. Let's snatch victory out of the gun. Because I'm not getting a message back.
I heard a man open the door, so I came in. I left a message for Miss, but I have no answer for it.
And
I was gonna say, she has a phone number where you can text. I'm doing that now.
You're doing that. Yeah, I just set one. But, all right. So what do we want to do on this? I don't know whether Miss Lee is representing. She's indicating that she is, but I'm not able to get a response back. I mean, we could set the matter for final settlement conference, which would be our precursor to trial, but.
I know my client's looking for an order sooner rather than later, so I just soon wait a few minutes here to see.
Okay. All right.
If that's all right with your honor.
No, that's fine with me. Why don't I do this? This is my last one. And ma'am, you're sure that she's going to be representing?
I told you I took the paperwork up there yesterday and I talked to somebody that was there and she just told me that she can do it today. And that was it. And I told her that you told me that I had to have a lawyer and I don't know.
Well,
We can go on with the matter if you want to. I'm just ready to get it over with.
okay. Well, they want you to vacate the premises.
Judge, if you can give me a couple more weeks for me to be.
Okay. How much time do you think you need to?
Probably like the weekend of the 6th of June. July, I'm sorry.
So you need, let's see, 21, this would be the first. So if we were to enter a judgment today, you'd have to be out on the 1st, but you need another week, you think? Than that. So if I made it the 8th, that would work for you? She will I think. What about you, young man? You guys all agree to that? Yes, sir? Yes? Okay. So what we do is I do a judgment, which would then give you that additional week's time. Okay? Before they could do anything. And so the written date, if it's acceptable to the plaintiff, is going to be July 8th. So that gets you through that. Yeah, that work. Okay.
My client begrudgingly agrees.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, folks. And I'll just do.
Oh, you know what? I didn't check the box. Said it hearing. Is it hearing or?
By hearing.
Okay.
Right here. So folks, just so that you understand, I want to make sure, I have to make sure that all of you understand what this means. And what I'd be doing is I'd be signing a judgment. You'd be agreeing that you're going to vacate the premises by July 8th, 2024. Sorry. I don't know why I thought it was a different year. You understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
You, sir?
Yes, sir.
You, sir? Okay. Do you have any questions regarding this judge?
No.
Anything along those lines? All right.
No.
Great. I've signed that judgment, and if you need a copy, you can pick up a copy up front at the front counter.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to all of you. Take care.
Will the court mail it after entry?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thanks, Judge. Have a great day.
Okay. You do the same. Everybody,
And staff.
everybody stay cool out there. As best you can.
Sending emails on a holiday. You said no Wednesday night.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Getting ready for.
You wouldn't even answer my call. No, no. I'm not. Well, Miss Cook, she's here.
Yep, she called me on my phone, Your Honor. I wasn't able to answer those since I was still on the record. So if I can go in
Right.
the room with Ms. Gonzalez, I'll speak with her. I'll call Ms. Cook back.
You got that?
Got it.
You sure?
Yep.
All right, then put Miss Gonzalez in the breakout. Hey, quit yelling at me. Just do it, okay? All right, here we go. And now it's Cheryl Luck.
Like it or not, right?
Court does call the case of Arbor Club versus Arlinda, Washington.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Washington, not here. If you'd like to take the call, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go
Your
ahead.
Honor, plaintiff moves for entry of a default judgment of possession only in this manner, rent to retain $4,963, court costs $181, for a total redemption figure of $5,144, writ to issue at the statutory redemption period.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor One West versus Nelson Neves.
Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello, what's your name, ma'am?
Nelson Montaner.
All right. And what's our claim in this case now?
Your Honor, total amount due $2,055.10.
All
My
right.
notes indicate from last hearing, which Mr. Wujek handled, that the defendant disputed the balance, but there was no specific information as to why she disputed the balance.
Correct. And she indicated she was getting an attorney.
Mhm.
So, Ms. Neves, what happened?
I did speak to someone and I told them I was withholding rent from Arbor One due to that they don't want to fix anything. It's been going on for a year now. They don't want to fix. We had problems with the furnace. They didn't want to fix the furnace. It took them about a year and a half to fix it. The bathtub never goes down, and windows leak. There's mold everywhere. They took
Here's
like
what you're
3
gonna do.
months.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I need a written answer outlining everything that you're complaining about. I need that
Okay.
within 7 days. So I need that
7
by June
days.
28th, 2024. It needs to be filed with the court. A copy needs to be sent to Ms. Luckoff. You understand that?
Yes.
How much is your monthly rent?
$1,287 is what I'm showing, Your Honor.
127.
Yes.
All right, so we started this 14 days. Yep. It'll work out just perfect. Going to order escrow in the amount of $1,287. That's to be paid into the court. The first of the month for July. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And so I need that written answer that lays out everything. And then Ms. Luckoff, with great regret, I don't have a date until the 12th. So.
Oh, because the 5th you're not, oh, okay. All right.
And I'll adjourn this matter to July 12th, 2024 at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, there's no way to have this on next week.
I can put it on next week. Yeah, sure, we can do that. I don't have a problem with that. So, ma'am, I'm going to change your date, 6/28/2024 at 12 p.m.
12 p.m.
And the answer is due.
The 28th. I'll do that day. So.
Well, I guess that probably will end up not being productive as I'm thinking about it because I won't have had a chance to review it.
Right. I was trying to give a week for the answer.
Yeah.
But.
Okay. Let's go with your original, if you don't mind, Your Honor, the July 12th.
Okay.
I'm
Let me
sorry.
scratch this off. No, it's
I'm
okay.
scratching it too.
So, ma'am, we're going back to July 12th.
Okay, what time?
And I forgot now.
12 p.m. Oh, 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Okay.
Really, man. It's July 12th, 2 p.m. Court calls the case Arbor Woods versus Tierra Monroe.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, counsel on behalf of the plaintiff.
Tierra Monroe, you have somebody else checked in regarding her case.
There is
What's that?
Stephen Coatney, Your Honor, signed into Zoom as is present on this matter.
Stephen
Coatney, Your Honor. I think he's identified under that name.
There he is.
Yes, Your Honor, I am Stephen Coatney.
Sir, you just muted yourself.
Sorry, yes, I did. I just, if you want to speak with me, so Your Honor, I'll speak.
Well, go ahead. What did you want to tell me, sir?
Well, I think the plaintiff has more to say before I speak, but I am the original owner of the home under question, and so I'm here to provide additional information. But I think that personally, Your Honor, and I yield to you, of course, but I feel that the plaintiff should say what's going on before I say what I have to say. And I'm not fighting plaintiffs by any means. I'm here to provide further information.
And Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, please.
This is the date and time for plaintiff's motion for removal of the manufactured home. Plaintiff is seeking the ability to remove the manufactured home from the real property and to potentially achieve that removal through on-site demolition. Your Honor, Tierra Monroe was the leaseholder for the real property. She was purchasing the home from Stephen Coatney. And she, from my understanding, failed to make all the requisite payments to finalize that purchase, and so the title didn't transfer. She also defaulted on the lease agreement for the lot rent in the community, and a judgment of possession was entered by this court some time ago. So based on the fact that the home still sits there, the lot rent hasn't been paid, Arbor Woods is seeking to have the home removed from the community. Their preference would be to demolish it on site, but further investigation revealed the
Calls the case of Northville Crossing versus Jose Gonzalez Ramos.
Present, Christina Gonzalez.
Hello.
Hi.
She's here.
I'm
All
back.
right. You're back. All right.
I was with you this morning, too early.
Yes,
remember?
ma'am. No, I remember. You were here at like 9.
I just like
All
watching
right.
your courtroom. I'm just gonna log in every day because you crack me up.
All right. Where are we now in this case?
Your Honor, my client confirmed receipt of a $600 payment, which was promised last week. Total with costs, $1,651.80.
That was a 650
$1,880.
Got it. Okay. Salas Ramos, how are you gonna get that paid?
So I was on medical leave. I just got back to work. So I can pay July's rent and the rearage of what I'm in by the end of July.
Okay, let's try to work this out though. when's the next time you can make a payment on this amount?
Next Friday. I can do 600 again.
Okay. So then that's going to leave you about 1,000 thereabout for
Correct.
June. When can you get that cleared?
I can do it in July. Again, I was off on medical leave and my checks were nowhere near what I make regularly. So I can also call into my 401k and see if I can pull out of that. I haven't pulled out of that in a minute. I'm not sure if there's anything available for me to pull out yet.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't have authority to approve that, but I'm texting my client to see if they are able to work with Ms. Gonzalez. If we could pass on the matter briefly, I will see if my client's willing to work something out. Ms. Gonzalez, you think you could make payments every Friday until it's paid up, last payment the last Friday of the month?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if they'll work it out. Let me pass it. And so, Ms. Gonzalez, hang on. You've been here all day with me, so.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right. River Ridge versus Shan Cook. I think I might have pronounced that right. It's Sean. Hello. Name?
Sean.
Sean Cook. That's right. I sorry, I messed up. All right. And where are we on this case?
Your Honor, you may recall this was defendant's motion to stay in conviction, and it was adjourned a week to see if some sort of agreement could be reached between the parties. I did try to reach Ms. Cook. I wasn't successful, but my client was able to walk the home, and they're prepared to make an offer to purchase the home and offer some move-out terms. And so if we could pass on the matter, and if Ms. Cook wants to give me a call on my cell phone, I'm happy to relay that offer and see if we can get this resolved.
Would that offer include me being able to stay at the home or no?
Ms. Cook, give me a call. We can talk, and then if we don't reach an agreement, we'll come back before the judge.
Okay, I'm not sure. I tried calling. I don't know if I have the right number.
All right. Why don't you put that in the chat, and then we'll just hand it to you, and then you can go out and call. Okay. Arbor Woods versus Brandon Wilson and Kimberly Slayton. Wilson, Slayton, they're not checked in. You may proceed. Oh, hold on. Who are you?
I'm Kimberly Slayton.
Okay, Miss Slayton is here. You got it.
And Brandon Wilson is here as
I'm sorry?
Brandon Wilson is here as well.
Okay, you're both there. Okay, got it. Okay, how much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, with court costs, $4,040.67. At the last court date, defendants indicated they plan to pay $1,000 on Wednesday and then another $900 today. I spoke with my client just before court, and they said they didn't receive either payment.
Okay, folks, what happened?
Hey, so I know last time I spoke, I was supposed to pay $1,900, $1,000 Wednesday, but due to the holiday, I didn't get paid until today. I did file for my 401k. I've been in communication with them. I've been calling them since Tuesday. The holiday was Wednesday, so I couldn't get help. I've spoken with somebody yesterday and today, and the process is still ongoing, but they told me that next week I should be approved. I did try to make a payment of $800 today, and I didn't know through the portal that it had to be the whole amount, which was the $4,000, and the rest of it didn't let me make a payment. But I did hear somebody else use a money order, so I can take that to the office of $800. But I did try to make that payment online.
Well, that doesn't match. That 800, that's 1,000 you were supposed to pay?
Yes. Unfortunately, my check was a little bit short last week due to me missing a day. So I only had $845. That was my check. But we do have $900 that I could put down today.
Okay, you're going to have to work out something with your landlord. What I'm going to do at this time, because we're about to click into July, is I'm going to find that there's no tribal issue after hearing in this matter. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff in the amount of 404067 with a writ to issue in 10 days. So you're going to have to work something out with them.
Okay, and so what can you break that down? I'm sorry, just so I'll be having everything together. Because I know we said July the 10th. I know the last time I talked that we could have everything paid by July the 10th. And I know by next week for sure, Friday, I can knock it down to $1,500. Because like I said, I get paid. It's just the check that I thought I was going to get from my 401k. Yes.
Ma'am, I understand all of that. You'll have to get those payments over to your landlord and see if they'll work with you regarding the balance.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Dara Armstrong. I'm doing well. How are you?
Just trying to keep cool in this unbearable heat.
Yes, ma'am. Your name?
Dara Armstrong.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. It's been adjourned a few times, as Ms. Armstrong has requested some repairs to concrete site. My client unfortunately has had some delays with their contractor, but they've advised me the contractor is committed to doing this on Monday and Tuesday of next week. My hope is that that will all be finished, and then Ms. Armstrong and I can have a conversation to resolve the case at hand. So we'd request one final adjournment on this matter so that we can do that.
All right. Is that correct?
That's fine. I just want him to fix it because I tripped today getting him a car. I just want him to fix it, but we can adjourn it till the next time.
You wanted to come here and yell at me.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's Friday. I want you to go home and smile and have a good weekend.
Okay, I'm out. You know.
Court's adjourned.
All right. I'll adjourn it to the 28th, 2024 at 12 p.m.
And Your Honor,
Is
it's
that
easier
June or
for Ms.
July?
Sorry, Ms. Armstrong, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Your Honor.
Next week on Friday?
Yes.
If I may, I need to check.
Yeah, no, go ahead while you're checking that. Ms. Dornbush, you wanted to say something?
I was just going to suggest if it's easier for Ms. Armstrong, may she appear via Zoom rather than making the appearance in person.
She likes coming down here and seeing me, but okay.
No,
she
I
can
just
appear
need
via
to
Zoom.
get out the house. That's
Okay, she doesn't like seeing me.
getting out
I
the
just need to get out of the house. It's
I
the only
get
place.
depressed and I sit there and I cry.
Yeah,
Days
okay.
on end.
All right, so the 28th at noon?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then
All right.
we'll see you then.
Thank you.
You have a blessed weekend.
You too.
Court calls the case Arbor Woods versus Victoria Harper.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Miss Harper. How are you? Oh, you're breaking up on me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to shut your video down so that we can get bandwidth, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Where are we now on this case?
Judge Simpson, how are you?
Your Honor, total due with court costs $2,226.82.
And ma'am, how do you intend on getting this paid, Miss Harper?
I actually paid 1,000. I thought it was 1,138. I
I'm so
paid
sorry,
1,000.
Ms. Harper. She did make a payment, Judge. I'm so sorry. I noted it, but didn't get around to reviewing my math. So 2226.82 minus, there was two money orders dropped off, Your Honor, one for 547 and one for 616, bringing her total down to $1,063.82. My apologies, Ms. Harper.
That's okay.
right.
I thought I was gonna have the full amount next Friday, but it looks like I'm actually gonna have only gonna have 600 of that. And I'm still trying to get the rest if I need to have it by the end of the month. Otherwise, I would need another week for the other half, but I'll have 600 next Friday.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Miss Harper, here's what I'm going to do. The total amount is that includes cost, counsel?
It does. Yep.
Okay. So that's 1,063.83.
1,063.82.
82. All right. So Miss Harper, here's what I'm going to do so that we can lock this figure in, since you're not going to have the full amount by the 28th. I'm going to grant a judgment to the plaintiff finding no tribal issue. All right. For that amount. This won't include your July rent, but it's a way to keep a roof over your head. And then I'm going to extend the rent date to July 5th. So that way you need to get that amount paid by July 5th. That makes sense to you, Miss Harper?
Yes, that makes sense, and I can do that by the 5th, definitely.
And then, Your Honor, just so my client has an idea, Ms. Harper, did you have a plan on when you were going to pay July?
I in July, preferably by the 5th, before the 15th, before another attorney fee goes on. So I'm going to try to have that also paid by the 15th.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Miss Harper. You have a wonderful weekend.
All right. Have a victorious weekend. Thank you.
Court calls the case of Victor Laka versus Michael Conlon.
Michael Conlon here, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Davis, appearing on behalf of Victor Lockout.
And Wilson Tanner appearing on behalf of Mr. Conlon.
All right, very good. And where are we on this?
We had an opportunity to discuss the matter and I should say, not with the assistance of opposing counsel, but largely because of opposing counsel's fine work. We've got an agreement on it and it's all signed up.
Okay, to the conditional order of dismissal.
It is, Your Honor.
If I may, at some point, whenever you get ready, I'd like to voir dire my client.
All right, very good. Did you want him sworn first or? Okay, go ahead.
Michael, just have a couple questions for you. You've read the agreement that's before me.
Yes, I have.
And provision number 3 that says defendant shall surrender keys by 7/14/24, July 14th, 2024, and remove contents of the lower level family room, laundry, dining room, and breezeway to the garage. Defendant shall provide photos of home and storage unit by 7/7/24 to show progress moving. Defendant may use garage area to store remaining belongings. Plaintiff shall pay $290 directly to a storage facility for defendant's use. All items must be removed from the property by 10/31/2024. You've read that?
I have.
And
Yes.
you're agreeable to that. You understand the meaning of it and are agreeable to it. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Susan Leskowitz, got it. Versus William.
Yes, that's my son. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, is he here? He is not checked. He is not checked in.
I'm here. Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
On the phone, you got him. All right, this is a termination case. And ma'am,
Yes, sir.
so you're selling the property and you need your son to move.
That is correct.
All right. And sir, what do you have to say to this?
I've been packing my stuff, moving as the weeks have been gone by.
Say that again. Back away from your microphone and say that again to me.
I said I've already been moving. I just need a couple more days to finish getting my items out of the house.
Okay. So when will you be out of the house, you think?
I'd say by this coming Friday.
By
So
the
a week
28th?
from today. Yep, I could do that.
Okay. So here's what I'll do. I'll need you out by the 27th, unless you want a judgment against you, okay? Because I don't see a reason why that should happen. So I'm going to put in your defendant to move by the 27th, and then I'll adjourn this out to June 28th, 2024 at 3 p.m. Okay, and we'll come back and figure out what we're going to do.
Okay, Your Honor, if I'm moved out by the 27th, do we still need to log in?
Yes, you would, because I have to make sure your mother would have to log in to make sure that you moved.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you, folks. Arbor Woods versus Tamisha Henderson. Tamisha Henderson and Kyla Hugh Henderson. Are either of them present? They are not. Would you like to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. For the record, Your Honor, Rachel Dornbush, Appellate's Law on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $2,910.12, cost of $240 for a total due of $3,150.12. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.